Cut him down. Get me an autopsy and a pathology report. I want it yesterday. Take her to the brig and search her thoroughly. Opinions?
Just the obvious. Dorian bit off more than he could handle. Tried to double cross, got caught. And the Tholians opened him up. And I thought he was ugly on the outside.
You think the torture was punitive?
No. He knew something, but it's not just him. The entire crew has been tortured. Except for Rena. Why leave her alone?
She was in on it? She turned him in?
Doesn't make sense. She was traumatized to see him and left behind. I think he hid her.
But did the Tholians get what they wanted?
You suggested earlier that these freighters might be carrying patch artifacts, specifically related to the tetrahedrons.
The artifacts that Shikev has stolen. I think they're connected somehow. But I think Shikev was looking for more.
If it's bigger than a bread box, then maybe the Tholians don't have it yet.
Commander Neros is on a mission that Achev thinks is parallel to ours. Maybe what the Tholians are looking for isn't a what, but a who.
What? No words of greeting? Have I finally rendered Tolian Norris, charmer of children, better of women, rainmaker to the Briar Patch, speechless at last? How about something pedestrian like, hello, Sirach?
Hello, Sirach.
Hello, Sirach! After all this time, after everything you've done?
You know why I did it.
Because you thought it was the right thing to do? Space takemen who think they have an inkling about...
I see you've developed histrionics. Was that before or after your penchant for theft? You've made some new friends.
More likely you have some old enemies.
Commander.
We're in a bad position here. We should regroup. Whomever he is, whatever you want him for, he's not leaving unseen. We can call the Excelsior and lock down this whole station.
Of course. Call in the cavalry. I'm sure they'll have lots of questions for me. And for you.
Did you get my report on Shikev?
Yes, I did. No surprises there. She sedated?
On the contrary. I've given her enough stimulant to have a Tellarite mud sloth doing backflips.
It's a defense mechanism. She's trying to hibernate, shut the world out. I can't tell if it's a trait of her species or something learned.
An anti-interrogation technique? We can't let it work. I need her awake. The doctor's done what he can. What happened?
Silence on general principles, I suppose.
Never mind that her silence lets her lover's killers go free.
Not to mention whoever it was that caused all of this in the first place. I'm sure that if nothing else, the opportunity to exact the kind of vengeance on that person that was exacted on Shikev might be worth something.
You'd never set me free.
Verena, don't flatter yourself. You're a little fish. Without your Andorian, what are you? An Orion. A female Orion.
I am a dangerous person. I've killed many men.
I care only about killing one man in particular. Rather finding than killing. How you do it is up to you. Can we help each other? Bridge.
What are you doing, Captain?
I'm playing on a criminal's distorted view of the world, Counselor. You don't actually think I would go through with that bargain?
Have you forgotten who you're talking to?
She had to believe it.
Oh, I have no doubt that you'll keep her in custody. It's the maiming and killing part that has me concerned.
Helm, alter course for the IZ system. Maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Any special preparations, Captain?
Prepare the ship for combat. We'll probably find a lot of angry Tholians looking for the same person we are.
How big a security team do you want?
Keep it small. Just you and me. And we'll have a guest.
I'll pack my bags.
I don't understand. Why would the Tholians be interested in stopping us?
I think I can assure you that Surak doesn't want to be in Tholian custody any more than ours.
You have too many secrets, Tolian. One of these days you're going to get confused and ask yourself, what lie have I told this time?
Where have you hidden the battleship?
You're not coming from a strong negotiating position. What are you going to threaten me with?
And I suppose appealing to your better nature would be useless.
I am what you made me. You cast away a man in deep space for 200 years and see what he's like when he's found.
That's the second time he said that. What are you talking about? And what battleship are we looking for? A gray battleship?
We have one. Why do we need another one?
I think the operative word here is had. You had one.
If the Tholians don't have it, and Shikev doesn't have it, and the Tholians are looking for you, then he doesn't have it. Then you know where it is. And if they don't have it, and you know how to move it, then all the things I said were true. You know, I was right in setting you adrift.
Right for you, maybe. I view your robbing me of my birthright somewhat differently.
And there you have the difference between perception and perspective.
Hey! Look, for whatever reason, a very large hostile ship is docking in what I am sure is a very large hostile station by now. I don't think that bickering or cryptic jibes are going to get us clear. Why don't we call in the Excelsior?
Our mission is incomplete. It would be premature to bring in an obvious Federation presence at this time. But it's certainly becoming more appealing.
Can't we just use the currents?
You've shown them the currents. You're more desperate than I thought.
Enough! It's like babysitting school children.
The currents extend only within the patch. It is some distance to the nearest launch point, but we've dawdled here long enough. Artem is right. Let's make for the currents.
Approaching Hell's Gate Station, Captain.
We've got a Tholian command carrier holding 2,000 kilometers off the station.
Raise shields. Put us in a similar holding pattern.
Aye, Captain.
Doctor, you have the bridge.
Aye, Captain.
Luco, you and Verena are with me.
Where will this current take us, Commander?
If we held this course, in a few days we'd be somewhere near the Trilla system.
But we're not going there, are we?
I don't think so.
Where then?
That depends on our guest.
You can spend the rest of your life searching the patch for the gray battleship, Tolian, and you'll never find it without me.
You know, Serac, it makes perfect sense why the Tholians would want to harness the power and technology of a gray battleship. What's puzzling is why it would have any sort of value to you.
Maybe I'm bent on taking over the Alpha Quadrant, one system after another falling under my control.
We would be so lucky if that's all you had in mind. No, my friend, I think you have something else in mind.
Like what?
That's what I'm not sure about. Remember when we first met? It was back in one of the Trendlock colonies, wasn't it? You had just arrived, and I was new in town as well.
What of it?
We were pretty good friends back then. Partners, you might say. Each learning from each other. But you were reckless, inexperienced.
You taught me a great many things, but our goals were somewhat different.
Your goals were dangerous and would have had disastrous consequences for everyone in and around the patch.
Would you two quit talking in allegory and just say what it is you have to say?
Sometimes it's not what's said that's important, Commander.
Three Starfleet officers kidnapped an alien named Serac.
It has to be Narrows. No other Starfleet officer could be out this far.
I agree, Captain. But why? What is so important about this Serac? Could Jaquette be working for him?
Patch artifacts. Gray battleships. What do all these things have in common?
Tetrahedrons.
The Tholians are still here, which means the Tholians don't know where they went either. Maybe there's somebody who does.
Sensors show we've zigzagged back to the edge of the patch, 4 light years from Hell's Gate.
Why here, Tolian? We're much too close to the edge of the patch to provide a good hiding place.
Perhaps. But my guess is you used the Tholian carrier to tow the battleship here before you double-crossed the Tholians. It had to be a place where it could be reached by warp drive. Hence, a location near the edge of the patch.
Commander?
What is it?
On the far side of the planet.
I know your hiding places. They were mine before they were yours.
You underestimate me, as you always did, Tolian.
Then why was it that I cast you adrift and not the other way around?
I was young. We all make mistakes. Just like you did.
We're coming up on visual range.
Let's see it. You couldn't get it to work, could you?
The ethereals controlled it via telepathy. Without a bioenergy source, it's like trying to run a Borg cube without a collective.
It's not going anywhere. And neither are you.
You knew of this Serac?
I may have heard his name once or twice.
What's it to you?
We have reason to believe that Sirach led you and your crew into a setup with the Tholians. If you're looking for your lover's killer, you have no further to look than Sirach.
We were attacked by the Tholians. They're who you should be taking aim at, Captain.
Come now, Verena. You're smarter than that. Why are you holding back on me now? Have you lost your lust for vengeance? Sirach set you and Shekeb up. Sirach is now missing. If you really want vengeance, then you better ante up with some info.
There may be a place.
I think it's time to call in the cavalry. Artem, head for open space. Full impulse. We need to get within communication range of the fleet.
Aye, sir.
Wait. We have to beam over to the ship.
Why?
There are tetrahedron keys aboard. Those can't be allowed to fall into Federation hands. The Tholians think I had them with me, but they've been on the battleship all along.
Well, they're safer in our hands than yours.
He's right. And Leffler's right. I'll see to their destruction.
No!
Commander, maybe we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions.
Sirach, you're with me. How far?
Not far. You wouldn't really destroy the artifacts, would you, Tolian?
If I have to, I'll trust them to the hands of the Federation. And you yourself did a pretty good job of proving how unsafe Federation hands can be. If I can't keep them safe, there's no one else more capable or trustworthy. Thus, they have to be destroyed.
Trustworthy? You consider yourself trustworthy?
Where trust is earned, trust is given. And you, sir, are not worthy of my trust. Now, you better show me where those artifacts are, unless you prefer they end up in the hands of the Federation.
Why should I? You can't find them without me. Your scanners won't work in here.
Maybe you prefer I turn you over to the Tholians.
Runabout to Commander Narrows.
What is it?
Sir, vessels entering this sector. The Excelsior followed by the Tholian carrier.
Seems you've run out of time.
It's confirmed. The command carrier has been following us since we left Hell's Gate.
Red alert.
Ready weapons.
Gray battleship dead ahead.
Life signs?
2, and 2 aboard our runabout.
Open a channel. Excelsior to runabout.
Leffler here, Captain.
Is Commander Narrows with you?
He's beamed aboard the battleship with a man named Sirach.
Acknowledged. Are you all right?
We're fine, but we've lost contact with Commander Narrows.
Stand by for docking. We may have some company.
Aye, Captain.
Narrows to runabout. Come in, please. Narrows to Excelsior.
It's been fun, but I've got a command carrier to catch, and I'm taking my artifacts with me. You always underestimated me, Tolian. Don't go down with the ship.
Is the runabout aboard yet?
Not yet, Captain. They're hailing.
Captain, if Narrows is in trouble over there, we may need to get in close to get him out. Request permission to search for him.
Negative. It's too dangerous with the Tholians coming in.
Despite our reservations about the commander's motives, I do believe he has the greater good in mind. I think we owe it to him to give him the benefit of the doubt. If we can get in close, we might be able to get a transporter lock.
You have 10 minutes, Commander. Excelsior out.
Take us in, Ensign.
They're ordering us out of the system.
Tell them this is neutral space and Federation property.
I don't think they would agree.
Why not?
Shields down 10%.
Have the escorts peel off and see if they can slow her down. Return fire.
Minor damage to the starboard plating.
Anything from Commodore Knapp?
Nothing. That is if you got her signal.
Rotate shields. Come about to 237, mark 114. And give them phasers, Lieutenant.
Both life signs are very faint now. They're just too deep inside the biostructure of the ship to get a transporter lock.
What if we beamed a communications rig just inside the ship? It might give us a better chance of contacting him.
Well, it's certainly worth a try, Ensign. Make it so. Commander Commander Narrows. Come in, please.
I can barely hear you, Commander. Surak has escaped. I'm on his trail, but I fear I might be too late. I think he plans to rejoin the Tholians. We can't let them escape with the artifacts and this battleship. And Surak has my phaser.
How do you intend to stop Surak? Harsh language.
I don't suppose the Excelsior can spare a security detachment.
She's a little busy right now.
My scans indicate that Surak will have to come back this way before he can be beamed to the Tholian ship. And when he does, he'll have the artifacts with him. And that's when I'll make my move.
What do you want us to do?
Wait for me as long as you can. If this doesn't work, get back to the Excelsior and convince Shelby to destroy this battleship. It's the only way we can make sure that Surak and the Tholians can't use it.
Understood. And sir, you weren't really planning on destroying those artifacts, were you?
Not a chance, Commander, but Surak had to believe it. And with any luck, he'll lead me right to them.
We've lost the Cochise. The Marshall Marks is falling back with engine failure.
Fire the phaser cannon when ready.
Heavy damage to their outer hull, but only minor damage to the weapon system. We're gonna need to hit them harder than that.
Circle around again. Prepare to fire. Barrett, remind Leffler her time is up.
Medical emergency. Medics to the bridge.
Doctor, take the helm. Get us out of the weapons range.
Helm controls are not responding.
Reroute helm controls to ops.
Stand by, Captain.
Damage report.
Shields are buckling. We have a containment failure in progress.
Bridge to engineering.
It's not good, Captain. We're trying to shut the warp core down. We can't. We'll have to eject it.
Do what you can. Doctor, begin evacuating people to the saucer module.
Aye, Captain.
What's the status of the helm control, Ensign?
Transferring now.
Go.
Plasma conduit 215 is offline, sir. If we don't get power to that section...
I know. The force fields won't have enough power to hold back a breach. Just focus on getting this warp core offline. Divert power from anywhere but life support to that section.
Danger. Approaching safety limits of engine containment.
Try rerouting power to the auxiliary containment system.
Without those systems, if they hit our antimatter pods...
If we don't get this engine contained, there won't be a ship left.
Warning. Exceeding reaction chamber thermal limit.
Everybody out! Let's move! You too, Thalik.
I will not abandon my commander, sir.
Then you better make yourself useful. Seal off power flow to the damaged nacelle. We're gonna need all the power we can get.
They're back on course for the battleship. Looks like they're preparing to lock a tractor beam.
Shelby to Leffler. Get out of there now!
Put that down.
Or what? You'll shoot me?
If you've come this far, you know I will.
Sorry, Tolik. You're out of time. Get Tolik.
Leffler, if you don't have him now, get out of there. We've only got one shot to destroy that battleship.
Narrows is heading for the perimeter now. I'll have him in transport lock any second.
Acknowledged.
They're making for the edge of the patch. Their warp engines are coming online.
Target them and fire.
They're too heavily shielded.
Captain, incoming message from Commodore Cole.
What's the message?
Look up.
The command carrier is taking on heavy damage. They're disengaging tractor beam.
Take us in. Prepare to recover the runabout.
Captain, the Tholian ship is coming about. They're taking aim at the battleship themselves.
Move to intercept. Leffler, get the hell out of there.
Let's go, Artem.
All ships, fall back. Get us to the edge of the patch now.
They're gone, Captain. With all the radiation floating around, their course will be pretty hard to trace.
Shelby to Leffler.
Leffler here. We're fine, Captain. The Independence brought us aboard. We'll transport over now.
Engineering the bridge. We've stabilized the warp core, but we're gonna need some help getting back home.
Something tells me that won't be a problem. Good work, Ensign.
Thank you, Captain. Engineering out. You too.
Just tell me one thing, Ensign. Would you have died trying to save the Corps?
I don't know, crewman. We had a job to do, and that's what we did.
I can't think of anything more honorable than that, sir.
Ensign Zen, you're still here.
Nurse Hanley won't release me until she's sure I'm healed.
She's a bit overzealous.
You know, McFarlane told me you were pretty competent at the helm. Before you know it, we're gonna start addressing you as Captain Henglar.
Let's not be too hasty, Ensign. My first responsibility is to my patients. Speaking of which, you're released.
What, no lollipop?
The lollipops are for the good children.
Never mind.
Captain Henglar has a certain ring to it.
What do you plan to do with Verena, Captain?
See that she finds her way off my ship.
Captain?
You heard me. We have nothing to charge her with. We have no solid evidence.
Aye, Captain.
We lost the battleship. Where does that leave us?
At least it didn't end up in the hands of the Tholians, Serac, or anybody else. It wasn't going to be any more use to the Federation anyway.
And the patch artifacts? Were these more keys to the tetrahedrons?
I believe so.
Start at the beginning.
It's a long story, Captain. Picture a man. No, a boy who might someday become a man, but he doesn't know how. Picture him going to a place to make his fortune, or take someone else's if it'd be more convenient. I went there to make good, make my mark, make myself into someone important.
And what did you find instead?
That I was both insignificant and capable of doing horrible things to keep it that way.
The Ranger is a fine little ship.
Little?
Well, she's not the Excelsior, but she's a great escort ship, and you'll make her yours, Lieutenant Commander.
Why so formal? Do I detect a hint of jealousy?
Well, considering all you had to do was find an old starship, command her to victory, and mop a few Orions together.
You want the job?
No, thanks.
It's not too late. I still need a first officer.
I'm happy where I am.
Well, if you ever miss me, you can always run my Poindexter program.
Well, while the resemblance is uncanny, he's not you.
Commander, the Ranger is hailing us. Starfleet needs you underway as soon as possible.
Tell them I'll be right over.
Aye, sir. They're standing by.
I'll take care of this one, Chief.
We'll be patrolling and escorting. I'm not sure when we'll be back this way again, though.
I'll never forget all the fun times we had on the holodeck and in the station. I just can't believe this is goodbye.
A couple of light years can't keep good friends apart.
Law number 103.
Wesley Crusher gave you that one. I have about half of them memorized, mostly through osmosis.
I'm sorry you got caught in the crossfire.
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Do you ever regret, what might have been?
Sometimes, Robin, the road not traveled.
Is at least as interesting as the one we take.
Maybe someday. But don't wait. You deserve better than that.
So do you.
I had my chance. An opportunity like this only comes along once. And Starfleet still needs plenty of captains. I'm gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll miss you too.
I expect a letter once a week.
Is that an order?
You bet it is.
Too bad you don't outrank me. Yet.
Energize.